Hey guys, Reviewenstine, episode 2. Like I said, I'm going to try to do it daily, and this today is going to be Duke Nukem Forever. I did not get the Balls of Steel pack solely because this is a rental, and I I didn't want to go out and buy the game because I was like iffy on it and everything. It was made by Gearbox and 2K Games. 2K, God, my phone every time, man. It's made by 2K Games. Like, they've been iffy for me on any of their like outside of sport video games, and even their sport video games are a little iffy. However, Gearbox, they were the guys who made Borderlands, and I believe, and they did the ports for Halo PC and Halo 2 Vista. I'm pretty sure. I'm probably wrong. Someone's gonna be screaming at me in the comments. Oh, you're a fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself, guy. I'm gonna say that now. Um, I was I put the game in, and the opening cinematic was like really fun. It was like extremely high end. Like not in terms of graphics, but in terms of like like, oh, it's Duke and he's sitting there and he's smoking his cigar and getting a blowjob and shooting an alien in the face while watching a video game or something. Um, the game is funny. It's highly funny. The dialogue is hysterical. Um, I personally love right in the beginning of the game when you draw on the um, the whiteboard, and the achievement you get for that drawer. Um, and obviously, the first achievement you get in the game, I'm not going to spoil it. You can go look at AWA for something like that, and it's pretty funny, extremely easy to get, really retarded. All the um, achievements are first person or for single player campaign, I believe. That's pretty awesome because me personally, like, it's rare when I'll try to get like online achievements. I personally really like getting the single player achievements, mostly because it's easier and every so often, like Bulletstorm when that came out, I bought it. That was a lot of fun, great dialogue in that also. But with Bulletstorm, there was like nobody playing online, and that was really upsetting for me because I actually really liked the game, um, and I couldn't find anybody online to play with. I also wanted to see how certain items worked. However, there's some achievements like get to level 50 on multiplayer, and it's really difficult to do if there's nobody playing. So I really like the single player because it's an easy 1,000 gamer score, and I don't really have that high of a gaming score. Excuse me, right here is really bothering me because it's like poking out. Anyway, um, the game was interesting. It had probably the largest M rating that I've ever seen. It's rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, mature humor, nudity, strong language, strong sexual content, use of drugs and alcohol. I mean, like, this game is bordering M rated. It's the Jay and Silent Bob strike back of the video game world, in my opinion. But like I said, it was very funny. There's some very funny knocks to other games. In particular, the one that stands out to me is the Halo burn, where one of the EDF Marines, which I think EDF is overused, by the way. I think it's in Red Faction also. Um, One of the EDF Marines says, "Oh, we got your green power armor," and Duke responds, "Power armor's for pussies." And I was like, what? And then I turned my head, and it's the Master Chief armor, and I thought that was pretty funny alone in itself because he's making fun of and I think there was a Gears of War reference right before that also, but he's knocking on these other games. Now, where I think that's bad or it doesn't work is graphically. Duke is not a contender with any first-person shooter. It's very 90s style. Right in the beginning of the game, when you come down the elevator and you turn to the left, and there's that woman pressing her tits up against the window. Um, if you look right there and you got the girls like sitting there and they got the camera and they're taking the pictures, those girls are not moving at all. They're not even doing like a breathing animation, where they just go like that. They're like it looks like they're at least breathing, because humans don't just look. I'm trying to stand still and you can see my head bobbing back and forth. It just doesn't happen. So it was like really, really cheesy. Graphically, like I felt like it wasn't done. Because I would like run up to some of the aliens after I killed them, like some of the big ones, like in particular the first alien guy who shit rocket launcher or rockets. He would like crap out rockets and they would come flying at you. I ran up to him. I couldn't tell what the hell was going on him graphically. That was a nightmare. I was just like, it felt like they didn't even bother to polish the game. But then again, like 12 years in the making, it feels like it should have come out probably a few years ago. Maybe not a launch title for next gen systems, but like when by the time, because Xbox 360 was before everything, but probably by the time PlayStation came around, I could see it being a launch title for both of those. Like a launch title for PlayStation 3 and then a regular title for Xbox. It was okay. I mean, like the boss battles were all right. You really couldn't do too much. I felt like I ran out of ammo too many times during boss battles, and going into that ammo cache, kind of like it was out in the open, and I'm standing there trying to open it so I can press X to get the ammo. It was a little frustrating because the stupid guy has like the biggest gun in the freaking world, and it just kicked my ass. Um, Even on easy, I found it a little challenging. Um, I usually play games on casual just because I like exploring content, but not because I know I'm gonna get bashed on that one in comments. So have fun, guys, you fucking assholes. Not the guys who comment good, not the guys who are like, oh yeah, you did good. The guys who are like, oh, you're an asshole. You don't know what you're doing. You're not a gamer. Fuck off. Anyway, so I felt it was it took I felt like for as much time as it took to come out, they could have polished it a little bit better. It could have looked a little bit nicer. Um, but the dialogue was great. It was fun. The Holson twins, clearly a knock on the Olsons. I think their names are even like Mary and Kate. Um, it was fun. I felt the some of the baddies, the ones that were teleporting, like you would get close enough to like shoot them because you're running around with a shotgun or this like retarded slow fire burst fired cannon that most of the aliens were using from the beginning of the game. um, I felt that was like that gun, I mean, like it was good, but it was just like so slow, and the aliens that would teleport when you got close to punch them, it was just frustrating. Like half the time I'm like, oh my god, where did they go? And they're behind me and they're shooting me, and by the time I turn around, I'm already dead. And the fucking pig cops, man, those were fun. Those were annoying, but they were fun, man. They were just fast, and you pull out your shotgun, man. But um, I did have something else to say, but I'd give the game. I would give it a 7 out of 10, solely because the dialogue was fun, gameplay was interesting. It wasn't a straight first person shooter. There were other aspects to the game that were very interesting. Actually, what I wanted to talk about was the interactive parts of the game, like pinball. Um, the pinball was really fun. The air hockey was a lot of fun, and I wasted at least like an hour trying to get the million on pinball. I got up to like 700,000 before I quit. Right in the beginning, right in that weight room where you could throw the basketball in the hoop and everything. That was a lot of fun. That was very interesting. A lot of the interaction in the game, like the slot machine and everything. I found that very fun. I found that refreshing. I was able to take a step back from the actual game. Although with the slot machine, I kept like oh, there's nothing around me, and go to the slot machine trying to get the 3 Duke symbols, and I would get killed. Um, but yeah, that was a big thing for me in the game. That was very interesting. Again, especially the pinball. I had a blast with the pinball. Um, that was definitely a big thing for me in the game. I found that very interesting, very entertaining. But again, graphically, it was a nightmare. I was just so upset. It it didn't meet my expectations. I would actually say I'm gonna say 7 because dialogue and interactivity were above and beyond. Right beginning of the game with the billiards, I definitely wasted an hour on that. Just playing that, trying to get it because the ego and everything, boosting your ego. I thought a lot of that was really innovative, and I thought that was very interesting. And um, I wasn't crazy about the HUD. The game, I would have liked the game so much more if there was at least a radar, because I kept, with one guy, I would see him for a second, shoot, he would teleport, I would lose track of him, and it would kill me 9 times out of 10. That's how I died. Um, the pig cops also, when them jumping around and they would miss me and I would turn around and they wouldn't be there because they had already jumped to a new spot. That would kill me a lot also. So the HUD could have been designed a little bit better. I didn't like the top right hand corner where the ammo was, because instead of just going like that, I had to go like that, which was a little bit more of a hassle. And yeah, I'm nitpicking right now, but that's how it is. So Duke Nukem Forever got a 7 out of 10. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse, especially for a game 12 years in the making. Um, I think StarCraft 2 was as good, and that was about the same amount of time. So, all right. Well, you guys are awesome. I'm glad people are actually watching my other video. I think that's awesome. I'm hoping this picks up and everything. I hope to get the 1,000 views that I would love to have. All right, guys. You guys are awesome because the internet is awesome, and